I'm speechless. That is 5 losses in a row for Manchester City. They just got humiliated by Tottenham Hotspur at home. This isn't Liverpool. This isn't Arsenal. This isn't, Chelsea are on the up right now. Spurs? Ange? After all I've seen last week was Ange out, Ange out. By the way, Spurs, with no Mickey van de Ven and no Romero. But this is all in Manchester City. This video is exclusively Man City Plus because this is hit a crisis mode. I wasn't planning on doing any content this week and I was going to relax, enjoy the football heading into the Champions League. But 5 L's in a row. This is the craziest stat you're going to hear today, people. The last time Manchester City lost by a 4-goal margin at home was February 22nd, 2003 versus Arsenal. They lost 4-0 today. That's the last time they lost by a 4-goal margin. I'm going to check who the manager was in 2002-2003. Kevin Keegan was the manager. Now that's the last time they lost by a 4-goal margin. Yeah, this is now crisis mode. We have hit the panic button. We've hit the red button like it's Vladimir Putin with the nuclear button. We have hit it right now for Man City because this is an abomination. Man City have been the best team by far in England for the past, let's say, 7-6 years since obviously Pep Guardiola took over. But now, everybody wants to play Man City because it's not even the attack, and I'm going to get to the attack in a second, but this defense is so trash. The problem is, okay, if you think Rodri is the biggest miss and that's why they're underperforming, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But it simply cannot just be one dude. The problem for Man City is squad building. If you look at their team, you have old players like obviously Gundogan, you have a guy like Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker, I already said it a couple weeks ago, this guy is so finished. He's getting cooked by Son. His crossing is abysmal. We already knew that. Great evidence is from the Euros. But my God, I love Gundogan. Gundogan was an elite player at Dortmund, Man City, even did his thing in Barcelona for one season. But Gundogan just doesn't have the legs to play in the midfield. That's the issue. This team lacks any athleticism within the entire squad. The only player who has some athleticism is Haaland and Savinho. That's it. Because Kyle Walker, the pace isn't there anymore. Gundogan doesn't have the legs. Bernardo Silva has never been a player who relies on his athleticism. This team is lacking all the athleticism. They need to hit the gym or take some peds right now. Because they just lack it, and it's evident because all the teams are doing counterattack straight down the middle. The reason why it's so easy to counterattack against Man City is their press is not good. Once their press isn't working, you're basically on a 4-on-4 situation if you're the opposing team. And Tottenham just cut them up, just like Sporting cut them up, just like Brighton cut them up. And what was the key for Brighton? Halftime, they made some subs. Baleba brings in athleticism, brings on his ball carrying, and Brighton cruised to victory. But Man City are lacking everything at the moment. Look, do they chance create still? Of course, they had 23 shots today, 5 shots on target, a 2.15 XG. The problem is not chance creation either, but the goal scoring from this side is not there at all. If you will look at actually who their top goal scorers are this season, Haaland has 12 goals. Kovacic has 3 goals. Gvardiol has 3 goals. John Stones has 2 goals. 1 from KDB and 1 from Jeremy Doku. I do not see Phil Foden there. Savinho, the guy shows you elite dribbling, elite ability to beat a man off the dribble, but he just doesn't have that finishing product. He's still young, so I'm not going to really heavily criticize him. I saw Mejirona, the guy is an absolute baller, but there's nobody else who can get a goal on this side. If Haaland is having a bad day like he was today, this team is completely off. Now, if you are any team in this league, if you are any team, any serious team in this league, and that includes my team, get the job done. Get the job done. This is now an opportunity for any team. Liverpool, Arsenal, even Chelsea, name it. Brighton, they're on level points, I think, with Arsenal and Chelsea. This is your opportunity. Because Man City, they're not that side right now. Right now, they're not. Right? We're not going to say Pep Guardiola is a fraud or anything like this, or these players are overrated. Maybe for one player, which we're going to discuss soon. But they're going to figure it out. Or they're going to go into the January transfer window and they're going to spend a gazillion dollars worth of oil. And they're just going to spend until they can get the right system built again for Pep Guardiola. Look, this team is defensively. That's the biggest issue. They can't defend. Counterattacks, anything. Any sort of defending, this team has no concept of it right now. And of course, is motivation a key factor as well? Of course, like, you've won 4 straight Premier Leagues in a row. Is there the same momentum? Is there that same drive to go for it again? Look, you can see the documentary from last season of Pep, like, trying to drill it into his players. We got to win it again. We got to have that hunger again. Maybe the players don't have the hunger right now, but these players are not stepping up. Look at Phil Foden. Phil Foden had a pretty subpar and poor Euros. You know, Cole Palmer off the bench at the Euros stepped up for England. Phil Foden didn't step up. And if you look at him this season, Phil Foden is having a terrible year. I don't know. Look, he had the injury at the beginning part of the year, but the dude has 0 goals in the Premier League. He has 1 assist. He has 0 goals in the League Cup, right? And in the Champions League, he's got 3 goals and 1 assist. Those goals were against Sporting, and a goal against Sparta Praha, and a goal against Slovan Bratislava. Phil, you got to step up, buddy. That, for a dude who won PFL Player of the Season last year, you think, okay, you win the PFL Player of the Season, you take that next step. Whereas Phil Foden has completely regressed. Madueke is having a better season. Martinelli is having a better season. I mean, name any winger out there. Timo Werner got an assist today. And Phil Foden couldn't. I mean, that just shows you he is not stepping up right now. Now, I'm not going to say the dude is overrated or anything like that, but he is the dude you look to Man City, right? KDB, he's eventually going to leave. Phil Foden, right there. There is the spot for you. The king spot is right there. Take it. Or do you want to be the prince for the rest of your life? That's a big issue. But opponents are having a field day right now in Man City. It's just so easy to play against them. And if we look at the upcoming fixtures for Man City, it is Feyenoord at home. Feyenoord are improving week by week. Liverpool away. Nottingham Forest at home. Crystal Palace away. Then Juventus away. Manchester Derby. Aston Villa away. Not an easy schedule. So if you're Pep into these players, if you really want to go for 5 in a row and just absolutely make a mockery of this league, you got to step up right now. This could get even worse. Look, that game next week against Liverpool is now a must-win for Man City. If they don't win it and Liverpool win their game tomorrow and next week, Liverpool could be 11 points ahead of Manchester City. Crazy. So there is just a lot of issues with this team. The issue is not chance creation. They can't score. They can't defend. Those are the 2 basic things you need in football. If you can't do those 2 basic things in football, you're going to lose games. And right now, they have suffered 5 L's in a row. 5 L's. Ridiculous. Wild. This might be a crazy football season as things are going. And if you look at Man City, they're not favorites for the Premier League. They're not favorites for the Champions League. They're out of the EFL Cup. Could be very intriguing to see how this develops as we go further and further along this season. But let me know your thoughts, people. What's the biggest problem right now with Manchester City? Because they have hit a crisis mode at the worst time possible because other teams are progressing like the Chelsea, like the Liverpool, and Man City are regressing at the moment. Do you think they just did wrong with their squad building? What's the biggest issue? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. If you want to support the channel, Patreon, membership, all of those links in the description down below. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time. Adios.